it's Christina. Welcome back to another video. This channel is where I talk about all things breast implants, breast implant illness, preparing for and recovering from your explant surgery, and loving yourself through it all. Be sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my channel because I am coming out with new videos each week. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some signs and symptoms to look out for in regards to breast implant illness, BIA-ALCL, and if you have a ruptured silicone breast implant. So I decided, instead of me reading off of a list, I'm going to share with you some graphics. So these next images, go ahead and pause the video and take a screenshot of the photos. See how much easier that was? So you're probably asking yourself, okay, I have some of these symptoms, like what do I do? Who do I see? What kind of tests do I get done? So I'm going to share with you all of those things right now. So the very first person that you will want to see is your doctor. He or she will be able to set you up with the appropriate either imaging or testing to get done if you are experiencing any of those symptoms. Now, with that being said, when it comes to breast implant illness itself, there is no medical testing to do to see if you have breast implant illness. So this is mostly in regards to if you are experiencing any kind of breast issues, such as pain, rashes, redness, swelling, any of that. The imaging should be able to pick up and see what is going on there. Generally, there are three things that you can do. There's an MRI, which you will want to get non-contrast. There's a contrast and there's a non-contrast, and your doctor will know the difference, but you'll want to get a non-contrast MRI done. Now, with that being said, I did ask a question inside of a Facebook group about MRIs, and quite a few women actually responded back and said that they got an MRI, and an MRI did not pick up that their implant was ruptured. So, you really have to just trust your gut here and go along with what you are feeling and what you think is going on with your body, because oftentimes imaging can be off. The second thing would be to get a mammogram, which is not the best option, especially if you have breast implants. Not only is it squishing the breast implant, but you're also exposing yourself to radiation. The third thing you could do is get an ultrasound, which is a lot more gentle. Now, I personally don't know if it would be able to pick up on a rupture. So that would be something that you and the imaging specialist should be able to determine. And the most popular option is to just go ahead and explant. There are a lot of women who are experiencing breast issues and a lot of symptoms that they can't explain, and they're just over it and they're just ready to go ahead and explant. Now, when you do have an explant, especially if you do suspect that there's a rupture or a leak, you want to be sure that your explant is done en bloc. Now, en bloc just means together in one piece. And what that means is that the capsule and the breast implant come out together in one piece. So your explant surgeon is not going to cut through the capsule and then take out the implant. And the reason why you don't want this done is because if your implant is ruptured, it's going to be goo, and that capsule is actually going to keep everything intact and keep anything that might be not in one place and intact inside of that capsule. You want to keep that all in there and taken out together. So when you do go schedule an explant surgery, you want to make sure that your explant surgeon will do your explant en bloc and with a total capsulectomy. Now, a total capsulectomy just means that after they remove the implant and the capsule, out, that they'll go back in and they'll remove any kind of capsule or silicone or anything that might be stuck to your ribs or your tissues, up in your armpits, on any muscles, anything like that. So step 1 is the en bloc, the implant and the capsule out. Step 2 is the total capsulectomy. If you have any of the symptoms of BIA-ALCL and you have textured breast implants, there is a pathology test that you can do. It's called the CD30 test, and your explant surgeon should be able to do that during the time of your explant. Now, if you have your implants in and you're experiencing some swelling, if you have a seroma, then the person can go and take a syringe and take some of that fluid out and go test that fluid. There are a lot of women who during their explant, even if they have smooth breast implants, they still go ahead and they get that CD30 test done to test if there's any BIA-ALCL cells on their capsule or their implants, just to have that peace of mind. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a surgeon, I don't know all the ins and outs of doing the pathology test. There are a lot of really good groups on Facebook. There is a BIA-ALCL group on Facebook that could answer every question and concern that you have. Ask as many questions as you need in regards to that, and just know that there are a lot of women who are experiencing some things with their breasts and their breast implants that would be able to help you if you need it. So to recap, if you are experiencing any kind of breast symptoms, this would be what you would do. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. See you next time.